Hello, Matu Jamir. I'm HornbillTV. Department of Underdeveloped Area pra aji July ke itia banai thagya Konyak Heritage Complex laga project Monday thagya do April 5 te inaugurate kuri dibo koise. Itu din Konyak tribe laga Owling Festival bi chuli thagibo. Itu laga festa do 25 January din de Chief Minister's Residence Office pra lua meeting de lushe. January 20 de Chief Minister pra project site visit krushe. Soka khobor laga hisab te Konyak Heritage Complex to ekta multidisciplinary complex ase kuntu par tourism culture aru livelihood sector bhal kuribole madad dibo. Project te nota morong ase amphitheater, administrative building, multi-purpose hall aru rostrum logode open air ground bi thagi ase. Ita ang house helipad, women hostel, basketball court, guest house, park aru water reservoir khan banabole thagi bi junashe. Chief Minister pra DU department aru contractor ke time de inaugurate kuribole nimide pura kuribi kwa junashe. National Road Safety Month mark kurigina Zaniboto Bitor Thagya Sataka Town Hall de aji awareness program ekta rakhishe parwa karenge surakshit rahenge laga theme July gina edu program ke district transport office pra organize krushe program ge and Enchumbi Mokikon AEI pra chair krushe MS Tangpong ADC Sataka pra welcome address dia homoy National Road Safety Month opor jankari digina seat belts chulabole traffic rules follow koribole aru thik pra gari chulabole lagya krushe engineer Hukavi Awumi, Additional Regional Transport Officer, ARTO Pra, Janaishi ke to National Road Safety Month to Sabse Poila 1989 de Manaishi or 2021 de Hudai Sal Manabule formalized Kurdishe. Tai Pra Manu Khan ki taika laga gari regular para brakes, engine oil, tire pressure, coolant levels aro mirror khan check kuri thagibi kushe. Tai Junaishi ke transportation laga 90% do rasta ase aro statistic laga hisab te Uttar Pradesh te every 3 minutes ekta manu accident pra mure. Tai kushe ki 95% accident do careless driving nimide ase aro bishi baki tu khan 16 pra 35 sal thagya driver khan pra commit kure. Tai pra driving license de valid blood group thagibule lagya bi kushe. Motor vehicle checker MVC lanuyangar pra bi traffic violation aro penalties kan opor khota kushe.
Transport Office in Ipodo has also organized this program in our subdivision today. So, with the rest of India all over the country, the month of January is being celebrated as the National Road Safety Month. So, first of all, I welcome the officials from the district office in Ipodo for coming here for this program, and I hope that all the participants to prevent road accidents. And some of the resource person come back detail about, but then as we know, some of the road safety practices are like wearing seat belts while driving in a highway. Ajikali to rasta bhi bhal hoye ase, to so mano rasta ponawle munja na seat belt to basic ekta ase, seat belt rai lagawa lage, and avoiding rash driving na mudya ele paradak to na drive
only 1 month. Let me eat to the National Road Safety Month extension 2021 to start from ICA. This year, the 36 days running. National Road Safety Week awareness. The idea, Rasta Dina Momo like it, so good idea. Will you go picture there? I don't know how to listen. एक जून शिकागो एक जून के शिकागो लाइने का मुझे ना निका आहादु हो अभी तो आज दूसरा टॉपिक है ऐसे हमें करने को one topic awareness को second topic duties and functions of district transport office निका ऐसे दूसरा को बोले ऐसे every morning weekly weekly उठिएगा अपनी जोड़ी पे जाओ लाइसे अपने नाम आए हम पैचो घूमो लाइए किसी चो घूमो लाइए ब्रेक चो घूमो लाइए इंजन चो घूमो लाइए कूलिंग चो घूमो लाइए टायर प्रेशर खाने की निगाह से चो घूमो लाइए ये तो बाहर बच्चे घूम के ना अपने नाम गाड़ी को हाथ चीके साइड व्यू एयर मिरर्स लेफ्ट के ऐसे राइट के ऐसे सेंटर के ऐसे बाल ब्रेक एडजस्ट घूमो लाइए 이도도 unnecessary decoration garden 아니 나가. 이도도 useful thing 사세 이도 발브라 adjust 거는 journey जाऊँ गाई. journey जाने जावले गाने at least अपने लाभ गाड़ी तो some few minutes 1-2 minutes तो गाड़ी start कर देना move कर देना engine balbra oiling to bati देना.
Key valuation boleh kimanda fine lagi mo itu apa janai dua minggu. Moram bro, apa moram bro ni per. Idia momen jadi ahe valuation and penalties under Motor Vehicle Act. Section 177 that is general penalty way. General penalty mane first time offensive, first time lock pang kami kalti way siya. Na documents kan tidak nak. First time lock payah sih. Na wala apni ka 500 kati budi. Starting 500 ba start ho. Ika baba ko ni lagi moram bro. First time lock payah siya, first time offensive way siya 500 kati. Second time ni amnya ni warning nila patai dia mate. Why itu ठीक नहीं दे. So itu license por la hoy sih. No ilubi amnya next level na sih next time por ilubi deh kona apni ke warning nila patau. Itu ye first offensive way. Jadi apni pas solo. Second time lock payah sih. Gua bisi itu kan license renew kora naik, license thakan naik. Aru jawan isila mohon documents mohon ke provide ko para naik. Second time lock payah sih boleh 1,500 ko. 1,500 ko jago deh. 500 from 1,500 ko jago.
Renowned astronomer Dr. Alistair Graham itya Nagaland aigina ase talaga wife nukhuli logode tai Australia pra ase Nagaland de rati laga ka sopor khota kurigina Dr. Graham kushi ke to stargazing nimide bishi bal jaga ase aro astronomy observatory nimide bal site hobole pare tai kushi ke Nagaland akas bishi sapa dikhya nimide constellation aro astronomical events kan sabole bishi bal hobo Dr. Graham pra kushi ke tai galaxy ekta laga naam nikhuli diado sumi naga laga naam ase aro itu pra jaga laga rich heritage or deep connection thagyage honor kurubole nimide ase Dr. Graham laga wife nukhuli parabi tai laga visit opor share krish
Hello, I am Alistair Graham, a professor in astronomy from Melbourne, Australia, and I am here because of this woman. This is Nikuli. Nikuli, I believe you all know from the galaxy. My team, we discovered a rather special little galaxy and we got to name it Nikuli. And this is my first trip to Nagaland. I am very happy to be here. I'm probably eating more chili than my stomach likes, but I'm enjoying it very much. Nikuli, that is the name of my wife, and originally I thought it was actually a word, not just a name. In astronomy you can't name galaxies or stars after your wife. It's not done. You need a special word, and I thought Nikuli was a special word. It is, but it's not what I thought. I had been told it's associated with the Tuluni festival in the Simi tribe.
Yeah. And it's because I was born on the 7th of July and Tuluni is on the 8th of July, so that's how it.
And I thought it was a word associated with the Tuluni festival, but it's not, it's just a name. So now, by mistake, NASA refer to a galaxy by somebody's name. This is very rare. When I was in the north of Nagaland, I was up in Vishepu village, and I went out at night to look at the sky, and it was lovely to see the Milky Way stretching across. So I recommend, if you get the chance to get out of Kohima, Zinaboto, Dimapur, away from the city lights, do look up, and you might see Nikuli.
Sir, could Nagaland be a good place for observatory?
For an optical observatory, no, because of the cloud, unfortunately. The haze, the cloud, that makes it difficult to see in optical light. But it's feasible. You could have a radio telescope. That would be a dish. These are large antennae. They can peer through the cloud. They operate in Australia when it's raining. So possibly you could do good astronomy with a radio telescope in Nagaland.
And have you observed any astronomical events in Nagaland?
Whoa, I thought I saw a shooting star. Does that count? I haven't yet. I'm just here on holiday. I don't have any professional equipment with me. But when I was out looking at the night sky, I did see a shooting star, which was a nice surprise.
So are there any constellation or stars particularly visible from here?
Oh, you get to see them all. There's many. I know them probably by their Western names: Big Dipper, Pisces, the fish, the zodiac, the constellations in the zodiac. There are now apps on your phone, so if you're not familiar with the night sky, you could download an app to your phone if you have one and use that to identify the constellations in the sky above.
Sir, you have mentioned that
Usual for somebody's name to be named after an astronomical object. The Simi tribe, to which Nikuli belongs, was the tribe I was familiar with. I ate a lot of Simi food, I think, in Melbourne, Australia. But maybe, Nikuli, can you comment to this question? Did you want to repeat? Nagaland can be proud of the students. They asked many questions and I think they would have kept on going. I think we had a Q&A session for half an hour or more and the answers kept coming up. The school, you can be very proud. And
doing that research on giving the name of Galaxy my name. After he completed, I think after it came out on the newspaper, one day he took me to the office and I said, I'll show you my work. And I had no idea. And then he asked me to read the text on the screen and I was like, that's what you do, I know that. And then I saw my name pop out there and I was like, what is that? And just from there only I knew about it. What is that? And just from there only I knew about it. And I think he asked me about the meaning of my name before that a year ago, and I asked him to maybe ask my mom. So I gave my contact my sister. They kept in touch with my mom, and they were going through behind my back. So I had no idea. That was surprising. It was really I don't know how to express that, but it was very nice surprise. Amazing. How do you feel about it?
pride and embarrassment.
Embarrassment for me. When people
Really a wonderful. Nagas are very friendly. I would love to return when my work allows. I don't know when that will be. Maybe 2 or 3 years.
in 2 or 3 years.
But yes, when work gives me the time, I'd love to come back. People are wonderful.
Kohima de Rozakre Government Higher Secondary School laga students kan aji dunia laga jane mania astronomer Australia laga Dr. Alistair Graham logo de interact group le opportunity paishe. Edu session kun the Department of School Education pra organize kurishe. Yade cosmos or scientific exploration para bole opor khota kurishe. School Education or SCRT advisor ke khelo le yom he pra khota kura homoy manukan poila pra celestial dunia de bishi fascination thagya aro naga culture de bi agriculture pra lugina festival tak influence diki pa thagya kuishe. Tai pra najanya khan lugina students kan ge jania laga bahar jabi koigina encourage kuishe. Dr. Graham pra tai nijor laga bacha time de akas te lights kan hidi thagya curious thagya koigina nesa de extraterrestrial signals kan bisarabule kam kuya junaishe. Session de students kan Dr. Graham ge sawal khan kuishe astronomy aro scientific discovery opor.
Commissioner Secretary, MLA Kekri Yome, they've made it possible. I was actually just in Nagaland on holiday, my first visit here, and I was hoping to fly under the radar, so to speak, but Kekri wouldn't allow it, and here I am, and I'm very glad he arranged this. I do apologise for my accent, Australian. I'll try and speak slowly. Before I start, I will just like to give a little more background to myself, but not my background once I became an academic, but once I was like yourself. I mean, I was also a student. We were all once students. I sat in rooms like this. And thank you for giving up your time, because I know the Year 12 students have exams coming up in a couple of weeks, so I do apologise for arriving late. That's my fault. Sorry. But what I'll say is, I was very young, maybe 5 years of age, and I saw some lights moving in the sky, and I thought, what is that? I thought maybe it was an alien spacecraft. And it was a pivotal moment. It changed the course of my life, and I pursued science, as you were all doing. And maybe many of you have already had a pivotal moment. It may not have been the suspicion of UFOs and aliens. It may have been something else, or perhaps you haven't yet had that moment. If you do go on to college, that's probably very likely where you'll get a spark. Something will really resonate with you and you'll end up making it your career. And that's what happened to me. I no longer pursue aliens. I did briefly work with a NASA program. They came to Australia. They used our radio telescope, a large 64-metre dish, and we were looking, or listening, with the radio telescope at many...
Hosting us, the Rizakriya Higher Secondary School, Madam Lepo, and our chairperson for the day. We are truly honored, so I, on behalf of our department, led by our Commissioner Secretary, Madam Kevelingo, and Director, Tava, warmly welcome our professor and your lady wife. When we first met, we were just like a little bit enamored, to call a galaxy of the vastness of the world. You see, it has been a real thrill for philosophers, for thinkers across many millennium. We know that the Greek they discovered they discovered geometry without understanding of space. Likewise, our understanding of the world, we are all familiar with Copernicus, the Copernican turn. We are all familiar with how the many ranges of conflicts in the Western world, especially with thinking about the celestial, thinking about the cosmos. So we have the right person here in our midst. We all know that we started off with our wonderment of the vastness of the world. Our little nursery rhymes, twinkle, twinkle, little stars. And we also know that the unknown has always been a magnificent form of deep knowledge, as well as a vast form of fear for us. For us, especially tribal people like Nagas, our understanding of the celestial, our understanding of how the world turns around us and affects our everyday culture, that is agriculture, our songs, our festivals are all woven into the wonderment as well as the fear of an ancient fear, that is the fear of the unknown. So today we are here privileged to have one of the top scientists in the world within our midst explaining to us about things which...
Most respected Honorable Advisor, School Education SCIP, Dr. Kikiroli Yume, our respected guest, Dr. Alistair Graham and his lady wife, respected Commissioner Secretary, Madam Kevelingo, my respected colleagues from the Department of School Education, my colleagues from RGHSS and from various schools across Kohima, friends from the media, and my dear student friends, wish you all a very pleasant morning. It's an honor and a privilege for me to be a part of this interactive session with Dr. Alistair Graham today.
Itagarni Manhe, Hornbill TV.